God's message for today: embracing love, unity, and compassion in the midst of a rapidly changing world. God's message for today resonates with love, unity, and compassion. It serves as a guiding light, reminding us of the core values that can bring healing, understanding, and harmony to our lives and the world around us. Love stands as the foundation of God's message for today. It is a boundless force that transcends boundaries, embraces diversity, and unifies hearts. God's love is unconditional and all-encompassing, extending to every individual, regardless of their background, beliefs, or experiences. Today, more than ever, we need to rediscover this profound love within ourselves and extend it to others. Love has the power to heal wounds, mend broken relationships, and foster a sense of connection and belonging. It calls us to practice forgiveness, kindness, and empathy in our interactions, nurturing an environment of understanding and acceptance. Unity is another vital element of God's message for today. It reminds us that despite our differences, we are all interconnected and part of the same human family. God's message urges us to celebrate diversity, to seek common ground, and to build bridges of understanding. Unity calls for dialogue, respect, and collaboration, enabling us to overcome divisions and work together for the betterment of our communities and the world. By embracing unity, we can forge a path towards a more harmonious and inclusive society, where everyone's voice is valued and heard. Compassion stands alongside love and unity in God's message for today. It is the ability to empathize with the suffering of others and take action to alleviate it. Compassion urges us to open our hearts and extend a helping hand to those in need. It is a call to actively listen, to show kindness and understanding, and to stand up against injustice and inequality. Through acts of compassion, we can make a tangible difference in the lives of others, bringing comfort, healing, and hope. Compassion not only benefits those we reach out to, but it also nourishes our own souls and fosters a sense of interconnectedness and shared humanity. In addition to love, unity, and compassion, God's message for today encourages us to seek spiritual growth and deepen our connection with the divine. It reminds us that our lives have a greater purpose beyond the material realm. Through prayer, meditation, or acts of worship, we can cultivate a deeper relationship with the divine and draw strength, guidance, and peace from that connection. Spiritual growth allows us to tap into our inner wisdom, align our actions with our values, and find solace and direction amidst life's challenges. As we reflect on God's message for today, let us remember that it is not merely a set of words, but a call to action. It invites us to embody love, unity, and compassion in our daily lives, becoming agents of positive change in our communities and beyond. By embracing these values, we can contribute to the creation of a more compassionate, inclusive, and harmonious world. May we heed this divine message, let it permeate our hearts, and inspire us to live lives filled with love, unity, and compassion. In the midst of the challenges and complexities of the modern world, God's message for today calls us to embrace love, unity, compassion, and transformation. It serves as a beacon of hope and guidance, urging us to seek a higher purpose and to foster positive change within ourselves and the world around us. Love remains at the core of God's message for today. It is a divine force that transcends boundaries, breaks down barriers, and unifies all of humanity. God's love is boundless, unconditional, and inclusive, embracing every individual, regardless of their differences. Today, more than ever, we are called to embody this love within ourselves and extend it to others. Love has the power to heal wounds, mend broken relationships, and create a sense of belonging and understanding. It calls us to practice forgiveness, kindness, and empathy, fostering an environment of compassion and acceptance. Unity stands as a vital pillar of God's message for today. It reminds us that we are all interconnected, part of a greater whole. God's message encourages us to celebrate diversity, recognizing that our differences can enrich our collective experience. Unity calls for dialogue, respect, and cooperation, allowing us to transcend divisions and work together towards common goals. By embracing unity, we can overcome prejudice, discrimination, and injustice, creating a more harmonious and inclusive society where every voice is valued and heard. Compassion is an integral aspect of God's message for today. It is the ability to empathize with the suffering of others and take action to alleviate it. God's message reminds us of the importance of actively listening, showing kindness, and extending a helping hand to those in need. Compassion calls us to stand up against injustice and inequality, advocating for the rights and well-being of all individuals. Through acts of compassion, we can bring comfort, healing, and hope to those facing difficulties, fostering a sense of community and shared humanity. God's message for today also emphasizes the transformative power of personal and collective growth. It invites us to seek spiritual enlightenment and deepen our connection with the divine. Through prayer, meditation, or acts of worship, we can cultivate a closer relationship with the divine and draw strength, guidance, and peace from that connection. Spiritual growth enables us to tap into our inner wisdom, align our actions with our values, and find solace and direction amidst the trials of life. It empowers us to embrace personal transformation, letting go of limiting beliefs and patterns that no longer serve us, and stepping into our true potential. Furthermore, God's message for today encourages us to actively participate in the transformation of our world. It calls for introspection, reflection, and taking responsibility for our thoughts, actions, and contributions. God's message reminds us that change begins within ourselves, and by embodying love, unity, and compassion, we can inspire and influence others to do the same. We are invited to be catalysts for positive change, to advocate for justice, equality, and environmental stewardship. By engaging in acts of service, we can make a tangible difference in the lives of others and create a world that reflects the divine values of love, unity, and compassion. As we reflect on God's message for today, let us remember that it is not merely a set of words, but a divine call to action. It invites us to embody love, unity, compassion, and transformation in our daily lives, becoming agents of positive change in our communities and beyond. By embracing these values, we can contribute to the creation of a more compassionate, inclusive, and harmonious world. May we heed this divine message. Let it permeate our hearts and inspire us to live lives filled with love, unity, compassion, and transformation. In this momentous time, God's message for today shines with the radiant light of love, unity, compassion, transformation, and hope. It calls us to embrace these powerful forces and harness their energy to bring about positive change in our lives and the world. Love, as the eternal essence of God's message, serves as a guiding force in our interactions and relationships. It teaches us to see the divine spark within every being and to treat others with kindness, respect, and empathy. God's love knows no bounds and extends to all, regardless of background, beliefs, or circumstances. By embodying and sharing this divine love, we can heal wounds, bridge divides, and foster a world where compassion and understanding prevail. Unity, too, holds a sacred place in God's message for today. It reminds us that we are all interconnected, part of a vast tapestry of life. God's message invites us to celebrate our diversity, recognizing that our unique perspectives and experiences contribute to the richness of our collective existence. Unity calls for collaboration, dialogue, and the willingness to listen and learn from one another. By coming together in unity, we can transcend differences, overcome obstacles, and work harmoniously towards common goals, creating a world where unity flourishes amidst diversity. Compassion, an essential pillar of God's message, beckons us to cultivate a deep sense of empathy and care for others. It is through compassion that we can alleviate suffering and bring solace to those in need. God's message invites us to see the world through compassionate eyes, to extend a helping hand to those who are marginalized, oppressed, or in pain. By acting with compassion, we create a ripple effect of kindness and make a lasting impact on individuals and communities, igniting a flame of hope in their hearts. Transformation stands as a powerful call within God's message for today. It urges us to embark on a journey of personal growth and self-realization, shedding old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve our highest good. God's message reminds us that transformation is a continuous process, allowing us to evolve into the best versions of ourselves. By embracing transformation, we step into our authentic power and purpose, and radiate light and inspiration to those around us. Hope, a beacon of light in times of darkness, infuses God's message for today. It reminds us that no matter how challenging the present circumstances may be, there is always a glimmer of hope shining through. God's message calls us to hold on to hope, to trust in the divine plan, and to believe in the inherent goodness of humanity. It is through hope that we find strength, resilience, and the motivation to keep moving forward, even in the face of adversity. As we reflect on God's message for today, let us remember that we are co-creators of our reality. Each one of us has the power to make a difference, both individually and collectively. By embracing love, unity, compassion, transformation, and hope, we can manifest a world filled with harmony, justice, and peace. May we heed this divine message, allowing it to permeate our hearts, guide our actions, and inspire us to become instruments of positive change. Together, let us forge a path of love, unity, compassion, transformation, and hope, creating a better world for ourselves and future generations. God's message for today resounds with the timeless power of love. Love is the essence that permeates the fabric of existence, connecting all beings in a tapestry of divine unity. It is through love that we can unlock the fullness of our potential and create a world filled with harmony, compassion, and joy. God's message invites us to embrace the transformative power of love in our lives. Love is not merely an emotion, but a state of being, a way of existing in the world. It begins with self-love, the profound acceptance and appreciation of our own worthiness and uniqueness. When we cultivate self-love, we radiate a magnetic energy that attracts love into our lives and enables us to love others unconditionally. Love calls us to see the divine essence in every person we encounter, treating them with kindness, respect, and compassion. It teaches us to embrace empathy, to listen with an open heart, and to offer support to those who are suffering. By extending love to others, we create a ripple effect that spreads far beyond our immediate circle, touching lives and inspiring acts of kindness and goodwill. God's message reminds us that love is not limited to romantic or familial relationships. It extends to all aspects of life, permeating our interactions, work, and daily encounters. Love guides us to cultivate understanding and forgiveness, to let go of judgments and grievances, and to build bridges of connection and unity. It encourages us to extend love to strangers, to reach out to those in need, and to be a beacon of compassion in a world that often longs for it. The power of love extends beyond our personal lives. It has the capacity to heal wounds, transform societies, and bridge divides. God's message calls us to harness this power and use it to create positive change in the world. By embodying love in our actions and choices, we contribute to the greater good and participate in the divine plan for collective evolution. Through the transformative power of love, we can mend broken relationships, reconcile differences, and build a more harmonious and inclusive world. Love dissolves barriers and transcends boundaries, reminding us of our shared humanity and interconnectedness. It invites us to stand against hatred, discrimination, and injustice, and to be advocates for equality, peace, and social justice. Love, in its essence, is the ultimate source of hope. It carries us through the darkest of times and inspires us to believe in the inherent goodness and potential of humanity. God's message for today encourages us to hold on to hope, even in the face of adversity. It reminds us that love conquers fear, that compassion triumphs over hatred, and that unity prevails over division. Love infuses our lives with a sense of purpose, joy, and fulfillment, and empowers us to create a world where love is the guiding force. As we reflect on God's message for today, let us embrace the power of love in our hearts, minds, and actions. Let us cultivate love within ourselves, extend it to others, and harness its transformative energy to create positive change in our lives and the world. Together, let us be vessels of love, uniting hearts, healing wounds, and inspiring a more loving, compassionate, and harmonious existence.